SEO This Week. This is episode number 27. Hi, my name is Clint Butler and I am from Digitaleer. This week we are presenting our roll up of the top news and information that we could find on the old interwebs about search engine optimization, local marketing, etc. etc. This time we cover PPC tips, why sliders suck, and a whole bunch of infographics. So without further ado, let's get going. Our roll up is actually a lot smaller this week than normal. Not too much going on in the internet world, but we do have a great post here on Yoast about why Slider sucks and they should be banned from your website. We have been a constant proponent of this. These things look fancy, they look cool. You put them up on your site and then people just don't use them. They're actually hurting your conversions. There's a whole bunch of reasons why, including only 1% of people actually click on a slide. Sliders confuse people. People ignore your sliders, they ignore your message, and they have a negative impact on your conversions. And then there's some reasons, like if you think you need a slider, why you would. There's some focus, SEO, and conversion rate stuff, and mobile and their effects on mobile speed. I won't get into all of the different reasons that they put on here. However, suffices to say, we prefer not to use sliders. We do use them in instances, but for the most part, we like to keep them off because they're not really taking up a lot of space. They're taking up a lot of space on your pages, and they're not really doing anything for the conversion, which is what your website is really all about. So check out this article, a very good one. Next is HubSpot. Is the ultimate cheap sheet of social media and photo images. It is an infographic. I think there's probably a billion of these ultimate cheat sheets around there. This just happens to be the most recent one, I guess. So HubSpot has done a really good job of actually using the images inside of the infographic. Again, you're going to end up having to update a lot of this eventually. But there's the pixel sizes, the exact placements of where they go, where you're going to need to use these for X, Y, and Z, for a lot of different social networks, which is really handy, especially the Snapchat edition right there. So I check out this post. They have the quick references in the text version too if you want it. But all in all, also there's PowerPoint templates if you want to create some of these and you don't have Photoshop, for instance. Good post, good infographic. Check it out. Next is from Moz, a Whiteboard Friday. If you only have a few minutes each week, do this post. I think they put one of these out every year. It's pretty interesting. But all in all, the content is really good. I like the ideas, the content, and the keyword map, when to update it. So in this case, updating it weekly. Some technical stuff that you can take care of within a couple of minutes from the search console. All that stuff is all inside of there. And then plan of action to kind of do a little bit more. Obviously, as a business owner, you don't have time to do search engine optimization or content marketing for that matter. So this is a good way to break out just an hour or two of your day or month to knock something out really quick to promote your business a little bit. Obviously, this is for people who don't have the marketing budget. And everyone, if you're in a business, should have the marketing budget for search engine optimization and content marketing. But if you're just completely cash strapped and you don't have the budget, then this was probably a good post for you to check out. Ahrefs blog has 3 types of link building tools and how to use them. This is actually a really good one versus a roll-up of asking a whole bunch of people what are their favorite tools. This more just kind of defines them, what the tools do, and then some options for you. So building links and earning links. Let's see, link indexer tools, link processing tools, link research tools, and a whole bunch more. I check it out. I saw a couple tools in here that were interesting to me. SEO tools for Excel, for example, we use that. Ninja Outreach, we use that. Pitch Block, we've heard before, and Milkshake, we actually use that as well. So check out this post, pretty interesting. tools for you to maybe just one that you just never thought of and you wanted to learn a little bit more about. In our case, we have used URL Profiler, we just haven't leveraged it, and this is a good way to do that. There's another cited article here where you can go ahead and check that out. Next is onpage.org. Their blog is Google's crawl budget and how it influences your website's visibility. I'm going to warn you right now, this one is a little bit complicated, but all in all, it makes sense. So essentially what they're talking about is optimizing your website in such a way to ensure that Google can crawl it. If they can crawl it, they can index it, and this is a way to, just some steps that you need to do to make sure that everything that you want indexed is being indexed and everything you don't is not. It's a pretty good post. There is some technical sides to it. However, it's something you can all easily do within the Search Console and on your website. If you're using WordPress or Yoast SEO or any of those other tools, this is actually a pretty good post. It's an interesting read, so I'd check this out. It's short. The next post is from Marketing Profs, how to use events to create cross-channel marketing success. It is an infographic. It's actually a pretty good infographic about telling a story. I think they get lost a little bit in the headline, how to create success, by talking a lot about what an event is and how to do event marketing. They could have actually separated that out of the infographic and made it a little bit better, in my opinion. However, if you roll through here, there's some good data that maybe I didn't even know. 41% of people prompted to search online from word of mouth, newspaper, magazine, or billboard. So the network certainly fits into all of that. Let's see what else we got here. SaaS companies, and you're using social media, branding, events. Go to the events. Get yourself, used to event marketing, etc. Going to conferences, meetings, and more. If you want to learn more, it looks like this infographic was designed to sell their event management diploma, whatever that is. But you can check that out. It may be something of interest of you and help your business. I know we want to get into more events, conferences, associations, trade stuff, trade shows, just to get our business out there in the community. So something you guys should look at as well. Next is Search Engine Land. This is a great post on 39 questions asked of Google at SMX West, which is a search engine conference. And so basically what they did is they held a Q&A session, and they got to ask them a whole bunch of questions. And these are the 39 that were picked out from Eric Engel and the answers that Google provided them as a result. So there is a lot of information here, but as always with Google, they're not going to give you the exact stuff. So sometimes you kind of have to read between the lines, in which case Eric has added his own little opinions on some of the topics. But I think all in all, this is a great post. This is a great idea, and it's something that I would like to see more of from people who are attending conferences. Turn that and leverage that and turn it into content. And this is a good way, a good example of how to do that. CXL, this post is about growth marketing process and how to shake your growth hack addiction. So basically, if you don't know, you want to expand your business, you want to grow a little bit better, and everyone talks about, let's look up for more growth hacks. Let's find some growth hacks. We got to do more growth hacks. And this post is kind of a roll-up combination, but there are some interesting things in here. For example, it starts with product idea, execution, some templates, source image files that you can go through and fill out your workflow process, and then build your business. So I think it goes beyond getting out of growth hack habits, but really just finding one and implementing it for 90 days and making sure everything works for you. Again, this is a really good post. A lot of good information. It's roll up style. with some extra resources that are linked to within the article. So I check it out, see what it's got going on, see if you can find something that will help you, and then pick one for 90 days and try to growth hack your business. Next is the Search Engine Journal, and this is on Bing Ads Editor. They're actually making some informational post about some updates that are going on in the standard text ads and expanded text ads inside the Bing Ads platform. If you haven't used it before, just get in there and click around and see what it's like. I think you'll enjoy it. The spend is a little bit cheaper than AdWords because the competition is a little bit smaller. However, it's a valuable real estate. They own 25 to 30% of the search marketing traffic, so it makes sense to go over there and test the waters, even with a little small campaign, just to do your A/B testing with Bing traffic, and then shoot it over to Google traffic, and where you're going to spend more money, but you'll get more traffic volume. Next is the SEM Rush blog. It's a master the acquisition funnel. 3 thorough extensive steps explained. So in short, there's tons of posts, tons of training, tons of videos about creating funnels, and I think it's all the same. Catch people, i.e. bring traffic in, convince them that what your product does is solve the problem that they have, and then convert them to buyers. Cannot get any more simpler than the 3C concept that they've implemented here in this blog post. I suggest you read it. I like it. Very helpful, and it can guide your copywriting, especially if you don't want to create one of those super large funnels. You only want 3 pages maybe, or maybe even 1 in this case. You probably just get away with 2. Catch them to a landing page, convince them on a thank you page for your signing up for whatever you gave away, your XYZ lead magnet, and then convert them on your sales page. Very cool concept, and it's an easy way to knock out a three-page funnel, or do it all in one if you want to, as long as you meet those three C's explained. And we'll roll this up with the PPC hero and why pay-per-click clicks and pay-per-click sessions never match. Basically, what that means is if you've ever you looked at your AdWords account and then you went over to your Google Analytics account and you got 2 different numbers, you're like, okay, I paid for this many clicks, but I had this many sessions. Why is that higher? Or most people are going to point out, well, why is that lower? And so this really goes through the technical aspects of what's going on in Google Analytics that cause those numbers to be different, and really why you shouldn't worry about them. Assuming you have everything else right, this is probably one of the lower reasons to stress over an AdWords campaign. But it is some good information, and you'll be able to explain to whoever is in charge what the difference is in clicks and sessions, etc. If anything, keep this in the bookmarks. Someone raises a question, you just drop this page on them, and then you're good to go. Well, that's it for episode 27 of SEO This Week. I hope you've gotten some good information out of us. And as always, if you have a new site or you have an old site that's putting out great new content, let us know on the SEO This Week page on digitaleer.com, and I show it to you right here. You can fill out this form and let us know the site that you think we should be checking out, and we'll add it to the roll-up if it fits our needs. And thank you very much for listening. And my name is Clint Butler, and I'll see you next week.